Now you might be thinking, Clarkson, what are you doing talking about watches? Shouldn't you be out there setting fire to a caravan with a Reliant Robin? And normally you'd be right, but even I, a man of simple pleasures, can appreciate a well-crafted timepiece, because let's face it, a good watch is more than just a way to tell time. It's a statement, it's a piece of history, it's something that, if you choose wisely, could be worth a small fortune someday. So buckle up, petrol heads and watch enthusiasts. Today we're on a quest to uncover the Horological Holy Grail, the top 10 best luxury watches for investment in 2025. Get ready to be amazed by ticking masterpieces and mind-boggling price tags. Kicking off our list at number 10 is a watch that needs no introduction, but I'm going to give it one anyway because that's what I do. It's the Omega Speedmaster Professional Moon Watch. A timepiece so iconic it practically defines the word legendary. This isn't just some fancy wrist candy, oh no, this beauty went to bloody space. That's right, this was the first watch worn on the moon, strapped to the wrist of Buzz Aldrin himself. Neil Armstrong's was left inside the lunar module because of a broken timer, probably a quartz, knowing his luck. Now I'm not saying strapping one of these on will turn you into an astronaut, although you might feel a bit more qualified to discuss the complexities of lunar gravity and whether or not the moon landing was filmed in a Hollywood basement. But what I can tell you is this. With its timeless design and NASA-approved durability, the Omega Speedmaster Professional Moonwatch is a piece of history you can wear on your wrist. And trust me, collectors are always on the lookout for rare vintage models, making this a solid investment piece. At number 9 we have a watch that's about as subtle as a hammer to the face, but in a good way of course. It's the Audemars Piguet Royal Oak. A watch so instantly recognizable it could make a statement in a silent film. Designed by the legendary Gerald Genta, the man who basically invented the luxury sports watch as we know it, the Royal Oak was a game-changer when it debuted back in 1972. With its bold octagonal bezel, integrated bracelet, and hefty price tag, it was like nothing the watch world had ever seen before. Some people, bless their cotton socks, thought it was hideous. Too big, too brash, too expensive. But the Royal Oak wasn't designed for those people. It was designed for those who dared to be different, those who appreciated its unconventional beauty and uncompromising craftsmanship. And boy did it pay off. The Royal Oak became an instant hit, attracting a loyal following of collectors and watch aficionados who recognized it for the masterpiece it is. Right then, coming in at a solid number 8, it's the Rolex Submariner. You know, it's like that old Land Rover Defender in your garage, built like a tank and never bloody goes out of style. This is a watch, much like a proper British car, that just refuses to die. Whether you've got a vintage 5513 from your granddad's adventures, or the latest two-tone model you've been eyeing up, the Submariner, I tell you, is a safe bet. It's the sort of watch you can wear to a board meeting or while diving for sunken treasure, not that I'd be caught dead doing either. It's got history, it's reliable as a Swiss train timetable, and everyone from your dentist to James Bond wants one. What more could you ask for? You buy one of these, and you're not just telling the time, you're making a statement. You're saying, look at me, I appreciate the finer things in life, like a well-made watch that can survive a nuclear apocalypse. Alright, maybe not a nuclear apocalypse, but you get the idea, it's a bloody good watch. Next up at number 7, we've got a bit of a change of pace. It's the Patek Philippe Aquanaut. Now before you roll your eyes and say, oh, another Patek, hear me out. This isn't your granddad's pocket watch, this is something altogether more modern. Think of it as the rebellious younger brother of the Nautilus. You know, the one who wears a leather jacket to a black tie event. It's got that Patek Philippe pedigree, the kind that makes watch collectors go weak at the knees but with a bit more of an edge. It's the kind of watch you wear when you want to make a statement, but you don't want to shout about it. It's subtle, sophisticated, and dare I say, a bit sexy. And just like a well-aged bottle of scotch, it only gets better with time. The Aquanaut is what happens when you take Swiss watchmaking brilliance and inject it with a shot of adrenaline. It's a watch for those who appreciate the finer things in life but aren't afraid to push the boundaries a bit. And now for something completely different. At number 6 we have the A. Lang & Sona Lang one. Now I know what you're thinking. A. Lang and who? And I don't blame you, it's not exactly a household name, is it? But trust me on this one, this German masterpiece is something special. It's like finding a pristine E-Type Jaguar hidden in a barn. It's a watch for those in the know, those who appreciate the finer things in life, like a perfectly engineered engine or a well-balanced breakfast. This isn't some flashy, blinged-out timepiece you'd see on a wrapper. This is understated elegance, pure and simple. It's the sort of watch you wear when you want to impress someone who actually knows something about watches. The Lange one is all about craftsmanship, precision, and a level of detail that would make a Swiss watchmaker weep into his loupe. It's the automotive equivalent of a perfectly tuned engine. Everything just works in perfect harmony. Right then, coming in at number 5 is the Richard Mille RM 1103. This isn't just any watch, it's a statement piece, a marvel of modern engineering and design. It's the kind of watch that turns heads and starts conversations, whether you're at a high-stakes poker game or a black tie gala. Now this isn't your granddad's Patek. While a Patek Philippe might exude timeless elegance and understated sophistication, the Richard Mille RM 1103 is all about boldness and innovation. This is a watch for people who think a Bugatti Chiron is a bit too pedestrian. It's for those who crave the thrill of speed and the allure of exclusivity, who want their wristwear to reflect their high-octane lifestyle. It's a watch that screams, "I've got a race team to manage and a supermodel waiting on my yacht." It's not just about telling time, it's about making a statement, about living life in the fast lane and enjoying every luxurious moment. You see, Richard Mille, the man, the myth, the watchmaking legend, decided that watches needed a bit more oomph. He wasn't content with the status quo, he wanted to revolutionize the industry. So, he chucked out the rulebook and said, let's make a watch that looks like it was designed by a Formula One engineer hopped up on espresso. And he didn't stop there. He infused his creations with cutting-edge technology and materials, and by Jove, he did it. The RM 1103 is a testament to his vision and ingenuity. The RM 1103 is a symphony of titanium, carbon fiber, and more complications than a Swiss watchmaker's apprenticeship. It's a masterpiece of modern horology, combining strength, lightness, and precision. It's got everything from a flyback chronograph to an annual calendar, features that are not just functional but also add to its allure and complexity. All housed in a case that looks like it could survive a head-on collision with a tank. It's rugged yet refined, a perfect blend of form and function. Now you might be thinking, Jeremy, this all sounds a bit much. And you wouldn't be wrong, the Richard Mille RM 1103 is not for the faint of heart or the light of wallet. And you know what? You'd be right. But that's precisely what makes it so special. It's a watch that dares to be different, that challenges conventions and pushes boundaries. But that's the beauty of Richard Mille. They don't care about being sensible or understated. They are the mavericks of the watch world, the rebels with a cause. They don't care about being sensible or understated. They're all about making a statement, about creating timepieces that are as audacious as they are innovative. They're all about pushing the boundaries of what a watch can be, about redefining luxury and performance in ways that no one else dares to. And frankly, I love them for it. Because in a world where so many things are predictable and safe, Richard Mille watches are a breath of fresh air, a bold declaration of individuality and excellence. At number 4 we have a bit of a dark horse in the investment race, the Vacheron Constantin Overseas. Now I know what you're thinking. Jeremy, where are the flashy complications? Where's the diamond-encrusted bezel? Where's the hype? And you know what? You'd be right to ask those questions, because the Overseas is a different breed of luxury watch. It's not about shouting from the rooftops or blinding people with bling. It's about quiet confidence, about knowing you've got something special without feeling the need to show it off. Think of it like this. If the Richard Mille is a Lamborghini Aventador, loud, brash, and demanding attention, the Overseas is an Aston Martin DB11. It's sleek, sophisticated, and effortlessly cool. It doesn't need to try hard because it knows it's the best. And that's the beauty of Vacheron Constantin. They've been quietly making some of the finest watches in the world for over 260 years, and they're not about to start compromising now. Taking the third spot is a watch that needs no introduction. This isn't just any watch. It's a timepiece that has transcended the boundaries of horology and entered the realm of legend. It's the Patek Philippe Nautilus 5711, a watch that has become synonymous with luxury and exclusivity. You know, the one that caused a collective meltdown in the watch world when Patek decided to discontinue it. The announcement sent shockwaves through the community, leaving enthusiasts and collectors in a state of disbelief. It was like announcing that the sun wouldn't be rising anymore. People were aghast. The news spread like wildfire, and the reactions were nothing short of dramatic. Now some say that Patek Philippe likes to play hard to get. They have mastered the art of creating desire and anticipation. They create a watch so desirable, so achingly cool that it becomes the horological equivalent of the Holy Grail. It's a strategy that has worked wonders for them. Then, just when everyone and their dog is clamoring to get their hands on one, they pull the plug. It's a move that only adds to the mystique and allure of the watch. And you know what? It worked a treat. The demand skyrocketed and the watch became even more coveted. The Nautilus 5711, particularly the simple, elegant blue dial version, became the watch to have. Its minimalist design and timeless appeal captured the hearts of many. Waiting lists stretched longer than a queue for a Rolling Stones concert, with people willing to wait years just to get a chance to own one. And even then, you'd be lucky to get your name on one. The exclusivity only added to its allure, making it a must-have for collectors. But here's the thing, the Nautilus 5711 isn't just hype, it's a genuinely brilliant watch, both in terms of design and craftsmanship. It's a genuinely brilliant watch. The attention to detail and the level of craftsmanship that goes into each piece is astounding. Designed by the legendary Gerald Genta, a name that carries immense weight in the world of watchmaking, the man who penned the Audemars Piguet Royal Oak, another iconic timepiece that has stood the test of time. It's got that perfect blend of sporty and sophisticated. It's versatile, stylish, and undeniably cool. It's the kind of watch you can wear with a suit or a t-shirt, making it a versatile addition to any collection. And it looks equally at home in both scenarios. Whether you're at a black tie event or a casual brunch, the Nautilus 5711 fits right in. Right then, coming in at a very respectable number 2, a watch so iconic, so achingly cool, it could only be a Rolex. This isn't just any Rolex, mind you. This is a timepiece that has transcended the boundaries of mere functionality to become a symbol of status, luxury, and impeccable taste. But not just any Rolex. No, this, my friends, is the Daytona. The Rolex Daytona is a watch that has captured the hearts and minds of collectors and enthusiasts alike. Its design is timeless, its craftsmanship unparalleled. And not just any Daytona, this is the one with the Paul Newman dial. The Paul Newman dial is a rare and highly sought-after variant, distinguished by its unique subdials and Art Deco numerals. Now you might be thinking, what's so special about a dial? Well, let me tell you, the Paul Newman dial is not just a design choice, it's a piece of history, a testament to the golden age of racing and the man who made it famous. Well, buckle up because I'm about to tell you, the Paul Newman dial is a collector's dream, a rare gem that adds an extra layer of allure to an already legendary timepiece. You see, this isn't just a watch, it's a legend. The Rolex Daytona has a storied history, one that intertwines with the world of motorsport and the glamorous life of Paul Newman. It's a timepiece so sought after, so dripping with history, it makes grown men weak at the knees. The allure of the Daytona is undeniable, a magnetic pull that draws in collectors from all corners of the globe. This particular Daytona, with its distinctive subdials and Art Deco numerals, was made famous by the man himself, Paul Newman. His association with the watch has elevated it to a status that few other timepieces can claim. He wore one during his racing days, and let me tell you, the man knew a thing or two about speed and style. The Rolex Daytona was more than just a watch to him, it was a companion on his thrilling journey through the world of motorsport. Now, these watches, they don't come cheap. The value of a Rolex Daytona, especially one with a Paul Newman dial, has skyrocketed over the years, making it a prized possession for those lucky enough to own one. In fact, they're rarer than a Ferrari F40 in a school car park. The rarity of these watches only adds to their mystique and desirability. Finding one is like stumbling across a winning lottery ticket, only better. The thrill of discovering a Rolex Daytona with a Paul Newman dial is an experience that few can describe. Because this, my friends, isn't just a watch, it's an investment. The value of a Rolex Daytona continues to rise, making it a smart choice for those looking to invest in something truly special. It's a piece of horological history that will only appreciate in value. Owning a Rolex Daytona is like owning a piece of the past, a tangible connection to a bygone era of glamour, speed, and style. And now, For the grand finale, the watch that sits atop this horological mountain, the one that makes other watches tremble in its presence. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the Patek Philippe Grand Complications reference 5270. This, my friends, is not just a watch, it's a masterpiece. We're talking about a timepiece so complicated, so exquisitely crafted, it makes a Swiss watchmaker look like a toddler with a crayon. This is the kind of watch that separates the connoisseurs from the casual observers, the drivers from the passengers. Now Patek Philippe, they don't just throw the word complications around willy-nilly. Oh no, this watch is packed with more complications than a soap opera storyline. We're talking perpetual calendars, moon phases, chronographs, minute repeaters, you name it, this watch has got it. It's basically a mechanical marvel, a symphony of gears and springs all working in perfect harmony. Well, there you have it, folks. The top 10 best luxury watches for investment in 2025. From the moon-bound Omega Speedmaster to the exquisitely complicated Patek Philippe Grand Complications, we've covered some serious horological ground today. Now I know what you're thinking, Jeremy, which one would you pick? Well, that's like asking me to choose a favorite child. They're all fantastic in their own right. But if I had to pick just one, well, let's just say I wouldn't mind finding a Paul Newman Daytona under my Christmas tree. But enough about me. Which of these timepieces tickles your fancy? Do you have a soft spot for the rugged Rolex Submariner or perhaps the elegant A-Lange and Sohn Lange one? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this high-octane countdown, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up, share it with your equally watch-obsessed friends, and subscribe to the ultimate countdown for more thrilling rankings every week.